Hi all, welcome back to our channel ML for Analytics. I am Nitesh and in this video tutorial we will be learning lifecycle management of a blob. So if you are looking for the steps to set up a storage account or a blob storage account in Azure, please check out the video mentioned over here in the card. I will also provide the link for the same video in the description. Now let's start with the lifecycle management of a blob. So what do we mean by that? By that, we mean that you add a rule, for example, over here, if you have a storage and in that storage you have created multiple containers and in containers you have created blobs. So you can create some rules that what should be the longevity of a blob. If it is not accessed in last some X number of days, then it should be deleted. Or if it is not accessed in N number of days, then we can move it automatically to the cool storage or archive storage. All such things comes under the lifecycle management of the blob. So first of all, we need to go and check out the containers that we have. Go to the containers into the storage that you have. Over here, we have two containers, $logs and NSC1. So let's move to this one. Here, I have already uploaded a file called thumbnails.key. In Azure, every file that we upload in the blob storage under a container, that file is named as a blob. Over here, the blob type is blob for it, and the access type is cool. So, first of all, remember this location or the container name, that is NSC1. Now let's go back to the lifecycle management. Over here, you get an option to add a rule for your work. So let's click this one. First of all, we have to provide a name to this. Let's provide it R1 for our rule. Now the condition is whether you want to apply all the rules for all the blobs that we have or we want it to be filtered. So in our case, I want it to be filtered. Let's click on this one, limit blobs with filters. Then on what kind of blob types we want to apply the rules. There are two options over here. First is block blobs, second is append blobs. I'm not taking this one right now. I will tell you why. Now, what are the blob subtypes? Base blobs, snapshots, or versions? Let's select all three of them and click on next. Over here, first of all, you have to provide a particular date. That is, if your blob has not been touched or modified in last n number of days, let's say 10, then we can either delete the blob or automatically move it to the cool storage. Also, we can add both the conditions over here. Let's say in 10 days, move to cold storage, then in 20 days, automatically delete it. Then if we go to the next, then same thing for the snapshot, then for versions, and finally, we can do the filter set. Over here, you can see we are getting two filters, move to cool storage or delete the blob snapshot. If I would have selected the append blobs, along with the block blobs, or if I just untick it, then you always get only a single option, that is delete the blob. Same will be this for snapshots and versions. Why is that? Because it is expected if we are using the append blobs, that is we are appending the data in that on a usual basis, so it will always be in hot tire access instead of cool tire. That's why there is no option for that. Also, I will provide you a link in description for this Microsoft doc where you can read out the differences between different kind of blob storages present in Azure. Let's move back to our Azure portal. We have selected block blobs and uncheck the append blobs. Then rule name is R1. Now let's create the rules for us. First of all, let's set it as 10 days. Move to cold storage. Then in 20 days, delete the blob. Now next for the snapshots. Snapshots are basically a copy of your block or the blob storage at a particular time. So basically a backup of that at some time. Now let's move it to cool storage. Similarly, in 20 days, delete the snapshot. Also, you can create different versions of your base blobs or the block blobs, whatever you like. It is similar to what we do in the Git versioning. We save different versions of our different blobs. Now let's enable the version, move to cool storage, and then let's say 20 and create it. There is a small difference over here. If you look at snapshots, it is saying created. However, in blob blobs or the blob storage, it was saying last modified. So if the snapshot was created in the past and it has been 10 days, then move it to cool storage. In 20 days, delete it. Same is for the version. It is saying created instead of updated. Okay. Last step, that is filtering the blobs. As I told you, remember your container name. For us, the container name was NSC1, and over here I will be providing the blob prefix. Let's say instead of providing the thumbnails.key, I am providing like thumb. It will automatically pick up that blob thumbnails.key for me and apply all these rules for that only. We can provide multiple containers and different prefixes over here for all the blocks for which we want to keep this rule as common. Now let's click on add. Okay, so our rule is set. So once it will be like 10 or 20 days, our rule will play its role. I hope you enjoyed this video. That's it for this lesson. In our upcoming videos, we will be covering more about the blob storage as well as some Power BI videos as well for business intelligence. So stay tuned with us, like, share and comment, and please do subscribe to our channel. Thank you and have a nice day.